Good afternoon. I am Taylor, and I'm going to be talking about today what an invasive species is. So, an invasive species is a non-native or alien to the ecosystem under consideration and whose introduction causes or is likely to cause economic or environmental harm or harm to human health. So, an example of an invasive species here in Texas is the nutria. They are originally from California, and they got here they were imported from fur farms. And whether they were released purposefully or accidentally, they got out, and they travel towards sources of water, like rivers or anywhere where there's water, so mainly rivers. And they cause a lot of damage. So ecologically, they're like beavers kind of, so they burrow and they make dams and stuff. And so their burrowing leads to erosion among rivers and roads. Along the rivers and roads. They also cause damage to wood buildings because they go and they collect wood from they collect wood to build their houses and where they're staying, like the dams and all of that stuff. They go and they take wood from other places to build that. So they damage wood buildings, boat docks, the earthen dams, and other structures, according to the Texas A&M University. That is the research that their scientists and their researchers have found out and have provided. So they also do not help economically. Economically, in the United States, the sugarcane and rice are the primary crops damaged by nutria. And by grazing on the rice plants, can significantly reduce yields with severe localized loss, which means by them eating the crops and the sugarcane and rice, the amount of money they make is less, so then it's hurting the economy's recoil or their profit from their sales. So to deal with this, they are removing row crops that are adjacent to ditches, drainages, waterways, or any other wetlands, because that's where they generally live and stay at. And to discourage the nutria, they are burning and sort of removing the vegetation from the site. So they'll take it and they'll put it somewhere else where it is still able to grow and strive, but where the nutria aren't living. So anywhere, because they live on drainages, waterways, wetlands, etc., where there's water. And so they put it somewhere else and they provide the water over there to the plants. Yeah. They also burn or remove the vegetation from the site. So they clear it all out so that there's none left, and it discourages the nutria from being there. Piles of brush that are left on the ground or in low spots are an ideal summer habitat for nutria. So they are getting rid of those so that they have to find a new place to stay, and so they are being taken away. So to prevent all of this from happening, they're going to reduce the places for them to live and reduce the nutrients that they need, so that they are forced to find somewhere else to go, to strive, and somewhere where they can economically and environmentally profit and can help the environment. So yes, that is about my invasive species, the nutria.